Mai Kakago, a Komamai Curtain Call, a weekly program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. Maui on Stage is presenting Stephen Flaherty and Lynn Ahrensʻs adaptation of children's stories of Theodore Geisel, a.k.a. Dr. Seuss. Suessical, the musical, directed by Tina Kailaponi, with musical direction by Michael Willett. When it played on Broadway, it lost $11 million and closed after only 198 performances. This was primarily due to some unfortunate artistic choices around costuming and staging. Maui on Stage has not only avoided those pitfalls, but the costumes by Maui's own Edith Head, Jennifer Oberg, and the sets by David Nagard and Carol Walker, along with scenic painter and projection designer Morgan Whitmer, are better than the Broadway production. I kid you not. Go to YouTube and look for yourself. This is a stylish, lavish, huge 32-member cast production which highlights the amazing talent we have here on Maui and will be a delight for all ages, and thanks to the generosity of Wave of Harmony Foundation and Barry Kawakami, all children under age 12 will be admitted for no cost. On opening night, Luana Whitford Mitchell, Maui on Stage Executive Director, announced that already there would be 366 young people to benefit from this largesse. The story focuses primarily around three of Dr. Seuss's tales: Horton Hears a Who, Gertrude McFuzz, and Horton Hatches an Egg, and includes many other stories as well. It opens with JoJo, Eliana Pasqua, finding a red and white top hat everyone in the audience immediately recognized as the Cat in the Hats. And suddenly, there is Aaron Pardini. He is impressed with JoJo's thinking and lets her know in the Thinks You Can Think. It is a very big number as the entire cast joins in to give the audience a taste of what is to come. Horton, the elephant, Micah Howlett, finds a speck of dust and hears the people of Whoville. He learns they are in mortal danger and pledges to protect them and places the dust on some clover. The creatures of the jungle mock Horton, led by sour kangaroo Victoria Navarro doing Aretha on steroids. The scene shifts to Whoville, and the cat convinces JoJo to become part of Whoville as the child of the mayor, Ryan Sherwood, and Mrs. Mayor, Stephanie Grace Lilly. JoJo thinks his tub is McGillicuddy's pool because anything is possible. The mayor and the wife freak out when the tub overflows and floods the house. They accuse JoJo of thinking again and tell him they will deal with him tomorrow. They are not pleased with JoJo's thinking. They sing the plaintiff How to Raise a Child and receive a brochure with the answer. The military. Dale Button is General Genghis Khan Schmitz, who is planning to go to war with those who eat their bread with the butter side down, and gladly takes JoJo under his sword. JoJo meets Horton, and they bond. In the meantime, Gertrude McFuzz, Danielle Ferrer, is all a tither about her lack of a tail and believes it is why Horton, with whom she is smitten, doesn't see her. While Maisie LaBird, Marcy Smith, sings about her amazing plumage, she tells Gertrude the secret, and Gertrude is so excited she overdoses. She now has a fabulous tail, but it's so magnificent she can no longer fly. Maisie has become a mom, and she is tending her egg. She plays on the kindness and generosity of Horton and tells him she needs a break, and would he mind sitting with her egg for a day while she recuperates. Horton reluctantly agrees, and we know Maisie won't be returning anytime soon. The Wickersham's monkeys, led by Scott Smith, steal the clover from Horton, and the ensuing chase through the theater is exceptionally damaging to the Who's. They give the clover to the eagle, Vladikoff, Winston Campbell, who flies away with it and drops it into a huge patch of identical clover. Will Horton save the Who's? Will Gertrude find true love? Will JoJo be able to think his way out of his predicament? Well, you'll just have to get tickets at boxoffice@mauionstage.com to find out. And remember, if you have children under 12, they get in for free. Aaron Pardini's Cat in the Hat is perfect. He captures the whimsy, cunning, and playfulness of the character completely. His opening of the second act is a tour de force, and every number he is in is as good as it gets. He is a real star, and it is so great to see him in a leading role where he belongs. Michael Howlett's Horton nearly steals the show. Mr. Howlett, who was the understudy to David Ross McCulley as Nick Bottom in last year's MOS smash hit Something's Rotten, has a melodious voice and the exact gentleness to bring warmth to and love for this irreproachable pachyderm. His willingness to help no matter what is an enviable trait we could all benefit from emulating. Believe it or not, JoJo is Eliana Pascoe's second role on stage. She is only in 6th grade, but she has budding star written all over her. Her JoJo was bright, clear, and on it every moment. She has confidence and poise far beyond her years, and it will be such a pleasure to watch her as she grows into other roles. Daniel Ferrer is Gertrude McFuzz, about whose performance in Pro Art's Best Musical, Kinky Boots, I said, Daniel Ferrer glows. She is so bright she almost blinds the audience. And again, she used her Broadway quality belt and her considerable acting chops to make us all root for her and Horton. Now we come to Marcy Smith's Maisie LeBird. In both of her numbers, the aptly titled Amazing Maisie and Maisie in Palm Beach, Ms. Smith killed. Whatever she does, whether it's in the background or as a featured performer, it is always amazing. When is someone going to produce something she can be a star of? How about doing Gypsy? I'd love to see her as Mama Rose, wouldn't you? It's about time, people. As the mayor and Mrs. Mayor, Ryan Sherwood and Stephanie Grace Lilly have wonderful moments and are having a great time. Scott Smith's solo as Wickersham #1 was another high point in this show. Let's not forget Victoria Navarro's Sour Kangaroo, who made her presence known with not only an imposing costume, but also with a voice that could be heard in Times Square. It was so powerful. Everyone in this cast was superb. It had 32 members from tots to elders, and they all were having the best possible time, and so were we. Jennifer Oberg and her fabled sewing hooey broke the mouth, if you'll pardon the mixed metaphor. The look of this show was 100 times better than the original Broadway production. She captured the spirit of the creator's characters perfectly, and this gave the actors an unparalleled opportunity to soar. Her contribution to the quality of Maui's performing arts cannot be overstated. We are so fortunate to have someone with her training, experience, and talent working for the performing arts organizations here. Just another example of the Maui miracle. The set design by David Nagard gives the actors multiple levels and terrific opportunities for movement with ramps, stairs, and various platforms, and the scenic design and painting by Carol Walker and Morgan Whitmer are as if the drawings in the book by Dr. Seuss were presented right there on stage for our delight. This is a gloriously beautiful work of art. Oh, and wait till you see the projections on the walls and the ceiling during the show. I am not a big fan of karaoke musicals. I know it is expensive to have live musicians, but that's what we should have. There is an orchestra pit at the EO, and we have such great musicians. Let's use them for our musicals. The show runs Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 3 p.m. until August 4th. Get tickets. This show is going to sell out, just like Something's Rotten. You'll kick yourself if you miss it. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Maui strong. Ahui ho.